The Dow. I'm not gonna get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
The Dow. I'm not gonna get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
The Dow. I'm not gonna get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
Hello. My name is Ashlee, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to Monday Nights with Ashlee. I'm very excited for the topic tonight. Tonight we are going to be talking about the multiple meltdowns on right-wing Twitter. I'm very excited. Also, thank you. I just made that countdown. Thank you. Before we get into it, please like and subscribe and turn on post notifications and check out my membership. I do member videos every Tuesday, so one will come tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be fun. It's going to be Ben Shapiro's eyebrows. So that'll be the topic for the members tomorrow. But anyway, let's get started. So today we're going to talk about the Twitter meltdowns. There are multiple happening at once. The right is eating itself alive, and they all hate each other, and it's really fun to watch. And as I was getting everything ready today and like bringing up all the tabs, I was laughing so hard at everything. So I'm very excited to get started today. Before we do, I did want to do some personal news. So I did canvass for Cori Bush yesterday, which was really fun. It was through DSA, and so I canvassed with them one other time before, but it was before we could canvass for Cori Bush. We just kind of did what Zoran did and went and asked like, hey, what our issues are most important to you? Anyway, so I canvassed for Cori Bush. That was really fun. I just wanted to say that because I'm going to talk about Wesley Bell because Wesley Bell is also having like a meltdown online in a comment section. And so I wanted to talk about that first. And then we'll get into the right-wing meltdown. But if you don't know already, which you should, if you don't, Wesley Bell is running against Cori Bush in the midterms right now. And Cori Bush is amazing. She's incredible. And I always say this, but like if there's one politician that I would just like ride or die for, it is Cori Bush, because she constantly is just like always in the community, and she was at protests and rallies and all sorts of things in community events, even when she wasn't the congressperson. And so she actually cares. And I say this every single time, but that's why I door knocked for her, and I'm going to continue to volunteer with DSA. So check your local DSA, see if you can help out in any way, because the midterms are coming up. Even though they might not be free and fair, they are coming up. So but Wesley Bell is notorious for taking a shit ton of APAC money. So we're going to, oops, I'm on the wrong tab. Okay. So this is a comment that a local like social media news network called VOTP News. They follow them all the time. I probably shouldn't, because I see too many car crashes and it really like bothers me. It like gives me anxiety about driving. But anyway, they posted this morning, and I thought it was funny that they posted this because literally like Wesley Bell is running against Cori Bush right now. I couldn't tell that he's running against Cori Bush. I don't know where all that money went. I don't know like all the money he's gotten. I don't know where it went. But he is online, and this looks like it's in someone's comment section. So someone posted about Cori Bush online, and then he in the comment section is like having a meltdown, which is pathetic. So this is what Wesley Bell said. He said, interesting, your candidate, aka the fighter that won't fight, which is bullshit, still won't see me in a debate, so needs her acolytes to troll for her, I see. You're the one in the comment section, man. Like, what are you doing? Bare minimum, huh? I've been able to help secure more resources and jobs in less than a year than she was able to do in 4. I don't believe that. But I don't do the back and forth on social media because I'm not in junior high. What are you doing right now, sir? If you don't do that, then what are you doing right now? What is this? Okay, he said, feel free to tell your candidate I said, let's have a debate debates. I'll answer all her questions as well as the lies. Okay. And she's going to have to answer all of mine. Oh, so scary. So scary. I'm sure she'll have another excuse to duck me. Enjoy your day. Yeah, so I don't know why he's crashing out in someone's comments. Unbeknownst to me, I don't know. And it's funny to me because most people now, I think, like, and I've talked about this before because I think someone asked me before, do I think Cori Bush has a chance to win? I do. I don't want to jinx it, but I do. And, you know, from door knocking, there are some people who, like, didn't know who she was, which surprised me. But that also reminded me that sometimes, you know, as a very online person and someone who's very into like politics, there is that bubble that I think a lot of us who are very online, who are very like constantly know what's going on, that we are in this sort of bubble, and we know what's going on, but other people might not, which is why it's important to door knock and stuff. But anyway, you know, but the people who did know who she was, like, really wanted to vote for her and really excited that she was running again. And so I think that Wesley Bell has a very bad reputation because of the AIPAC money. I think that has put a stain on his record. I also think that like I said, he doesn't, I mean, I don't ever really see him in the community. I don't see him at rallies. I don't see him at protests. Like, I don't see him at community events. And so I just don't, like, I think if he goes to something, it's more like a corporate event, more of like something where he's getting money or whatever. And he also has a bad reputation because his last town hall, which I was outside protesting, the people who went inside to like ask him questions and protest, there was a security guard who literally like manhandled, like assaulted someone, multiple people actually, assaulted multiple people that were protesting inside. And so a lot of people do not like him anymore. I mean, if they know who he is, they don't like him. He doesn't have a good reputation. And so I do think that she has a chance to win. I hope she does. And I will do everything in my power to help with that. But yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to talk about Wesley Bell. Also, he is trying to act all like tough and mighty and like, oh, she's not a fighter and blah, blah, blah. But this man, let me show you how much money he's gotten from, AIPAC. So let's see. All right, here we go. So as you can see, Wesley Bell got, this is like over $16 million? And then I think it's in this one, there's the AIPAC track. Yeah, so over $16 million. That Wesley Bell has gotten from AIPAC or AIPAC adjacent. And so it's interesting that he says that Cori Bush is not a fighter, but Cori Bush, literally the reason that she is not in Congress right now is because they were running ads against her, like AIPAC and AIPAC aligned PACs were running ads against her, spent so much money against her, saying that she wasn't left enough, she wasn't Democrat enough, that she didn't support the Democrats. And then that's how Wesley Bell got in. And they're doing the same thing now. They're coming up with all these new different PACs, and they're going after people like Kat Abgazala, and they're saying, hey, you're not left enough, you're not progressive enough. So that's how they're trying to come after them now. And they did that to Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman were like the blueprint for that. And so that's how Wesley Bell got this seat. And so Wesley Bell is like, oh, I'm a fighter, but he has not fought for anything. He is not a fighter. And Cori Bush is a fighter. And the reason that AIPAC was going against her is because she was one of the first people to speak out about Palestine in Congress. And that's why they were going after her. And she stuck to her guns, and she always spoke the truth. And that's why they went after her. And so it's wild. It's wild that he's like, oh, she's a fighter, and put it in quotations, because he has fought for nothing but corporate money and for Israel. He just went to Israel like last year, like while they're committing a genocide. He went to Israel, walking around taking pictures. Like, that's what he did. And so he's horrible. Anyway, all while this is happening, everyone, like, he's saying, oh yeah, she's not a fighter, blah blah blah. But because of the money that he's getting from AIPAC, because he's in Israel's pocket, because he went to Israel, he did the whole trip and everything, the way he's going about the war in Iran is just like Chuck Schumer, just like all these other Democrats who actually like kind of want the war. He's saying, he said, last night, President Trump started yet another undefined war in the Middle East. And so basically, this whole thing is basically just saying, oh, it's undefined. There's no goal. And because there's no goal, it's just, it's irresponsible or whatever. Not saying he's against the war, not saying he's against the atrocities, just saying, oh, it's undefined. And, we need serious people in charge, and not like actually being against it. And so that's what people were putting, okay, one second. That's what people were putting under here. So one of the people that died early on in this war was someone, I don't know if they were from St. Louis, but they were a student at Webster University, which is a local college. And it says, heartbroken to hear that Cody Corrick, an online student at St. Louis Webster University, was killed in the war with Iran. I'm sending my love and prayers to Cody's family, and will continue to fight in Congress to protect our brave service members. And someone posted, if only we had politicians who could keep us out of Israel's war. Cool story, bro. Nobody cares about your love and prayers. Cody died serving your donors, and you need Cody to fight so your donors can keep funding you. So cut the bullshit and admit you're a traitor. Okay, well, that seems like that might be like a right-winger. But still, like, as you can see, what I'm saying is that he has a very, very bad reputation, which I think is a good thing, because he needs to get out. We need him out. We need him, all the corporate milquetoast Dems out, and he is one of them. So yes, I just wanted to go over that, because the right wing is not the only people melting down online. Wesley Bell is also melting down in someone's Instagram comment section, which is pathetic. Which is pathetic, but okay. He's like, oh, I don't do high school, junior high stuff. It's what you're doing. That's what you did. Anyway, I just needed to talk about that real quick, because I saw it this morning when I woke up, and I was like, what is this fool doing? He's so pathetic. God, I hate him. Okay, she fights even as a civilian. He won't. Exactly. No, exactly. He also kind of like went behind her back. Like, they were colleagues, and he said he wasn't going to run, and then he did. And so, like, he's just not a good person. And so we need to make sure he gets out. And so, yeah. Anyway, that's my little ramble for the day. I'll keep you updated on all things that race, though, because I'm very invested, obviously. And so, yeah, but anyway, now let's get into the main topic of the day, which is much more fun, and it's the right wing just collapsing in on itself, which has been delightful. And it's not even just like, it's like multiple people, right? Like it's like everyone coming at each other from all these different angles. Like none of them like each other. None of them. They all hate each other. And like I knew that, right? Like I knew that. Like you could probably look at a video a couple years ago where I'm like, yeah, or like last year or something where I'm like, yeah, they probably all hate each other. Like they hate each other's guts. Like this is just all an act. I think I said it when Charlie Kirk died. I was like, they all hate each other. They're just using his death in such a cynical way. Like all of them did, every single one of them. And so it's like they don't actually like each other. They're just all using each other. And so it's just so delightful to watch this unfold, because watching like everything that's happening right now, everything that's happening right now is just so sad and depressing and very like frustrating to watch play out, because we have this maniac in charge who has no idea what he's doing, and we're gonna watch the video later, but is like talking about like taking Cuba. He's a maniac and he's insane, and like it's just, oh god, it's just so frustrating to watch. But to see that they're also miserable, like that all of them are like miserable, like that's the thing, is like I think they try to get joy after like you said, like hating other people and like going after other people or belittling other people. I guess they get some sort of joy from that, or joy for feeling like they're better than other people, but deep down they're really just miserable. And that's why they have to treat other people like that, because they're just miserable. And it's funny to watch it play out and watch them like go after each other. So that's what we're going to talk about. And I'm sure you've heard about the biggest story. There's a few different pockets of this Twitter meltdown that we're on the right that we're going to talk about. But the first pocket that we're going to talk about is Megyn Kelly. And I'm sure you've heard this. It's been everywhere. Megyn Kelly and Mark Levin are having the funniest Twitter spat right now. And I love it, and I love it, and I love it. Oh, it makes me so happy. Okay, so Mark Levin has been going after Megyn Kelly because he wants this war in Iran, and he is very pro-Israel. And so he is like super happy this is happening, right? And people like Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson are on the other side of it, where they're actually saying, hey, yeah, no, we didn't want this. Like, actually, we didn't want this war. And we specifically ran on not wanting this war. And now we're having this war. And this is crazy. And I'm not going to go along with it. Which, listen, I don't think like they're seeing the light or anything like that. I think that I think Megyn Kelly is doing what Megyn Kelly has always done, which is hop on to these different movements and use them cynically to gain prominence, to gain clout. And so that's what she's doing right now. So I don't think she actually like cares, but I don't know if she has any real morals, but I think she sees the future without Trump. And I think she sees that a lot of people don't want this war. This is one of the most unpopular wars that there has ever been. And nobody wants this. And this is going to, like, the way things are escalating is terrifying, and people are very upset. And so I think she sees like, okay, I can't go along with this if I want longevity in this space. So she reposted one of Ryan Grimm's news stories about how the man who rammed his truck in a Michigan synagogue was his whole family was killed, and I think they were killed by an Israeli strike. His whole entire family was killed by an Israeli strike. And so he took it out that was how he did. That's what he did. Now, listen, I don't think he should have done that to like some random synagogue, because that's not like, they're not responsible for that. Like that's not, it's the Israeli government, not Jewish people. So I don't think he should have done that. But what Ryan Grimm was he was just he literally, it was just being a journalist. Like, he was just doing his job, and he was sharing the news and sharing like factually what happened. And so Megyn Kelly reposted it, because what a lot of people, and not Megyn Kelly, but like what a lot of people on the left have tried to point out is that the more violence that Israel, the government, is allowed to do, the more violence that they are allowed to take out, the more violence is going to happen, because it just keeps escalating, and it just keeps going and going, because you have so many people who are being hurt and who are in grief. And so it just causes this chain reaction. And so that's why everyone's like, this is not sustainable. And so, but anyway, Ryan Grimm was just posting the news. Like, he was just doing his job. And Mark Levin was like, oh my God, she's evil, she's diabolical, gone, because she reposted a literal news story. I don't like Megyn Kelly, okay? I hate Megyn Kelly. She's a grifter. I don't like her. She's honestly disgusting. She said, when they were talking about Epstein, she was the one who said, oh, well, 15, is it really that, young, or they're just preteens or whatever the hell, or barely legal, or I don't know. Yeah, she said barely legal about like 15-year-olds. That's disgusting. And she should be ashamed of herself for trying to cover that up. But now I guess this is her line, or she just sees that she can't go along with this and have longevity on this, And so Mark Levin is over here like, oh, she's evil, diabolical, gone. So that's why the pro-Israel part of the right is mad at her right now. And the next thing he wrote was, poor Megyn Kelly, an emotionally unhinged, lewd, and petulant wreck. She's completely revealed and destroyed herself. She's everything people say she is, but much worse. Never an intelligent, thoughtful, or substantive comment, utterly toxic. Now, this is something that I like. This is something that's so interesting to me, because the Majority Report was talking about this earlier today, and Emma said, this is such a misogynistic comment, and it's true. And I actually have a lot of right-wingers who talk to me like that a lot in my comments, who are like, oh, like, you're stupid, you don't have a good comment, or whatever the hell. I don't care. I actually know I'm very smart, and I'm very confident in that fact. And I have ADHD, so the fact that like I'm confident in the fact that I'm smart, it's taken a long time to get here. But I don't really care. But I will say that it's not funny, but like a lot of white conservative women perpetuate that misogyny and like go along with it, or like internalize it, and instead of like calling it out or doing anything about it, they just kind of like, yeah, whatever, and they go along with it. And now, and I'm always like, I don't know why you do that, because this is gonna come back to hurt you, right? Like, if they don't want women to vote, like, that also means you too. Like, you understand that these misogynistic views, these patriarchal views, are also going to hurt you. And so I think this is another instance of like Megyn Kelly also saying that, in some parts of the right, she's out of the circle just like that, because she's a woman. And the way they talk about women is so disgusting. But she perpetuates the same misogyny and patriarchy. So it's like, I don't know what, it's like, I don't know. Can't wait until Megyn Kelly is selling cheap floor rugs on the side of the road. Here's to hoping. Anyway, and so this is what he said about Megyn Kelly. Now, this is what prompted Megyn Kelly to come up with her new nickname for Mark Levin. Now, I don't like Mark Levin either, okay? So I think this is great that they're both going after each other, because I hate them both. So I feel like I always have to say that, because sometimes people don't get it. But anyway, so this is what Megyn Kelly said. This is so funny to me. And I like, I just think this is hilarious. Okay, anyway, so Megyn Kelly says, micro penis Mark Levin show is such a small man. He had to go beg the president for a pat on the head in the middle of a war to make himself feel better about, well, you know. This after one mean tweet about him following his 111 nasty, non-stop personal, misogynistic attacks on me. Fox has an obsessed harasser on its hands. Okay, I'm gonna finish this, but then I have to say something. Okay, just like all the feckless weakling bullies, Micro can dish out, but he can't take it. After just one post putting the so-called great one in his place, he ran crying to daddy. Okay, this is so funny to me. But again, she's like, oh, Fox has an obsessed harasser on its hands. I feel like that's just like a lot of the men who work for Fox News. Jesse Waters famously, how he got his current wife was deflating her tire on purpose so he could give her a ride home, which is such a red flag and like very disturbing that he like said it on national television and just like thought it was normal. And not concerning at all. It's very concerning actually. And so I think a lot of the men on Fox News probably conduct themselves this way. And I think you know that, Megyn Kelly. And I think that for the longest time when it was once popular for you to call them out, but then when it was no longer popular for you to call them out, you stopped and you were then excusing Donald Trump and Epstein, saying, oh, the 15 is barely legal. And now you're back to saying, oh, he's misogynistic and obsessed and oh my God, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. She just goes back and forth depending on what's popular in the moment. But I do find this quite funny. And I think it's hilarious because I was also watching I've Had It Ladies talk about this, and Jennifer Welch, and it was so funny because she was like, welcome to the club, Megyn Kelly. Like, me and Pumps have been saying that they all have micro penises for like ever, and that's why they feel the need to like be so like narcissistic and egotistical, and that's why they feel like they have to be such strong, big, manly man because they're overcompensating for something, and that's why they have to be so like homophobic and transphobic because they are overcompensating for something that they're lacking. And so yeah, anyway. Oh my God, okay. And so that's what Megyn Kelly said. They just keep going. Oh God, this is so funny. She's bleeding out of her wherever. Now she's come crawling back. Exactly. The way that Trump and other men have like talked to her, talked about her, the way that she when Trump was going off on like Caitlyn Collins, she was like, well, you know, she deserved it or whatever. She's okay with them being misogynistic and disgusting, just not when it's to her. Like, when it's to other people, fine, but when it's to her, oh no, then it's misogynistic. Anyway, and he was married at the time when he was doing that. I know Jesse Waters was married when he popped his new wife. I believe they're married now, new wife's tire. I just will never get over that story. I think it's so disturbing, and the fact that like she hasn't left him is just like even weird to me, because if I ever heard that, I would be like, yeah, no, this is like no, it's like some psychotic shit. Like, it really is. Like, there's a song called You Are Bad by Emmy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It goes, you are bad, but not like that. Anyway, it's a great song. But one of the lines in the song is like, you seem like the guy who would push a girl down the stairs, take her money, and then leave her there. That's the kind of energy Jesse Waters gives me, you know, like that's the that's the kind of energy I'm sensing from that, you know. Anyway, and so this is what Mark Levin said. They just been going back and forth. Busy Sunday morning for Megyn Kelly. She wakes up and has micro penis on her mind. Suffice to say, if it talks like, oh my God, if it talks like a harlot and posts like a harlot, it's, well, you know the rest. Okay. She said micro penis Mark thinks he has a monopoly on lewd. He tweets about me obsessively in the crudest, nastiest terms possible. Literally more than some stalkers I have arrested. He doesn't like it when women like me fight back because of his micro penis. Oh my God, it's perfect. And you know what? I don't know Mark Levin, but like I'm guessing, if I were to guess, I do think it's true. If I were to, like, you know, just take a wild guess, I think it's true. I think it's true for Donald Trump. I think it's true for a lot of these guys. A lot of them, most of them probably. And that's why they have to feel like they're like these manly men. And they don't have to do that. If they were nice and they weren't fascists, then I wouldn't be laughing like this. And I wouldn't be like making fun of them. But they're horrible fascists. So like I think it's okay to make fun of them. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, 1940s misogynistic terminology. No, literally, and that's like, and like I guess it's funny that she's fighting back, and I find it hilarious that she is, but it's also like, if he were doing this to any other woman online, she wouldn't care, and she would probably advocate for it. So it's like weird to me, and it's like this, and I think it just shows you that this will always, and I think, like I said, this will always come back around to them. Like fascism is just like a snake eating its tail. I feel like that's what it is, because they're just gonna eat each other anyway. Right? Hardly. Yeah, I know it is. It's like, it's crazy misogynistic. And I was like, I felt weird even saying it. I was like, should I be saying this right now? But yeah, it's ridiculous. But see, I do think that like she has given a permission structure, and she's a part of the permission structure that like allows a lot of conservative men to like think it's okay to say these things, and like have gotten very comfortable with just how misogynistic and cruel that they are to women. And of course, the manosphere has done this as well, but you know, Megyn Kelly is a part of that, and is a part of helping that rhetoric become popular, and excusing it. And so, I mean, it's funny now, but also like she's a part of the reason why Mark Levin can say that kind of stuff online, and no one even blinks an eye, and like no one cares at all. It's, I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, not only. Who unironically calls someone a harlot after 1985? I don't know. He's like weird, man. He's weird. He's a weirdo. And I think just a lot of these guys are, and I think a lot of these guys just like hate women. Like, and I think that's what it is. I think a lot of them are either like bi or queer or maybe gay or just whatever, and they just don't want to like come to terms with it, or just like hate themselves for it. And so then they also hate women. And like, that's what I think it is. Like a lot of these guys just like don't like women. And it's weird. Like, to me, it's weird. It's like you want everyone to have wives and settle down and have all these kids, but like you hate women. So why do you want to do that if you hate them? Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I mean, really, it's just to control women. They like having control over someone, I think. But anyway, Donald Trump, as if he doesn't have anything more important going on, decides to weigh in on what's going on online. He decides to weigh in on Mark Levin saying he has a micro penis. Because again, it's not like he has any more important things happening at the moment. It's really ridiculous. Yeah, they're all on Grindr. I'm telling you. Okay. So this is what Donald Trump says. Donald Trump comes to Mark Levin's defense because like, isn't that so ridiculous that the president is defending a media personality because another media personality said that he has a micro penis. So now Donald Trump is sitting here spending his time as the president while we're in a war that he started. He's spending his time defending this man because he was told that he has a micro penis. It's really ridiculous. Okay, anyway. Mark Levin, a truly great American patriot, is somewhat undersledged. Does that mean it's true? Is somewhat undersledged by other people with far less intellect, capability, and love for our country. Okay. Mark is tough, strong, and brilliant, hence the nickname The Great One. What? Is that his nickname? Is that... Who came up with that nickname? I didn't know he had this nickname. I like micro penis Mark better. Conceived by our MAGA friend, the wonderful Sean Hannity. Oh, okay. After years of dealing with Mark in legal media and other capacities, Mark would often do Sean's show speaking as a lawyer, and Sean realized then, as did others, that he was special. See, I think this also further confirms my theory that Trump is also queer. And it's funny because when I posted and I was like suggesting that Trump saw the 16 inches meme about Zoran, he got excited. And people, there were some conservatives who were mad at me. And it's funny to me because I'm like, you don't see, how do you not see? Donald Trump is like always homoerotic, like always. He's always saying something. He's always talking about men's bodies. Like it's always something. He's always talking about like guys wanting to kiss him. And it's crazy, okay? He's always doing stuff like this, okay? And I think it further confirms this. I feel like this kind of stuff further confirms that for me, right? He's always glazing up some guy, always and consistently, always. It's funny. If he wasn't just a horrible human being, this all would just be hilarious. Okay, the great one, conceived by our MAGA friend, wonderful Sean Hannity, after years of dealing with Mark Levin in legal media and other capacities. Mark would often do Sean's show speaking as a lawyer, and Sean realized then, as others, that he was special. Mark Levin was not looking to do television, radio, or anything else, but he was drafted by very smart people who understood that there were few like him. He is a true conservative and intellect, far smarter than those who criticize him. Above all, he is a man of great wisdom and common sense who truly loves our country. When you hear others unfairly attack Mark, remember that they are jealous and angry human beings whose sway is much less than the public understands and will, now that they know where I stand, rapidly diminish. So he's basically saying, now that I'm standing against Megyn Kelly's going to be nothing. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. I think there really is beginning to be a divide within MAGA. I don't think it's really like anti-war, pro-war, whatever. I mean, that's kind of where the divides are becoming. I don't think that Megyn Kelly is sincerely like anti-war or whatever. But I do think that I think the base is starting to fracture a bit as well, actually. Because there are people who I think are second guessing him ever since he started this war. And so I do think that now there's still the base that is like kind of just turning their brains off and saying that this is still okay. Yes. But I do think that there's a little bit of a crack that's happening. Okay. Okay, where did we leave off? All right. Oh, okay. Other than for his wonderful wife and family, Mark Levin only cares and wants one thing: greatness and success for America. Those that speak ill of Mark will quickly fall by the wayside, as do the people whose ideas, policies, and footings are not sound. They are not MAGA. I am MAGA. They are not MAGA, I am. And MAGA includes not allowing Iran, a sick, demented, and violent terrorist regime, to have nuclear weapon to blow up the United States of America, which is not happening, which is not going to happen. They cannot reach the United States of America. And it's so disingenuous, and it's so crazy. But I also think it's funny that he's saying like, they are not MAGA, I am. And he's been saying this out loud he said this out loud a couple times recently, where he's like, they're not MAGA, I am. And I am whatever MAGA says. And no matter what happens, like, whoever said that they were MAGA before, that doesn't matter. I define MAGA, and I am MAGA, and whatever I say goes, because he's a dictator, because he's an authoritarian, and this is what he wants. And so, and there are people who go along with it, and he knows that. And so he's just saying it out loud now. He's like, yeah, no, I am MAGA. He's like, I decide what it is, and you're gonna follow me. No, oh, well. Like, and so he's just saying it out loud now. I think he's losing his mind, and so he's just saying it out loud and doesn't care. But yeah, anyway. Okay, MAGA includes not allowing Iran, a sick, demented, and violent terrorist regime, to have a nuclear weapon to blow up the United States of America, the Middle East, and ultimately the rest of the world. Jesus Christ. This is so insane. This is delusional. They're not going to blow up America. They're not trying to blow up the whole world. Do you know who is doing that right now? America. Do you know who is terrorizing everyone right now? America. We're the ones terrorizing everyone. That's us. We're the ones doing that. Hello. We're going at like I have the video where he's like, "Oh, I'm going to take Cuba." And the reporter's like, "What? You're going to what?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to take Cuba." What's going on? What is happening? Like, this is crazy. We are the ones. We're the baddies. Like, if you think, like, and I was talking to my dad the other day, because he's one of the people who are, like, very against this war, is like, I don't like this, I don't want this. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, that's the thing, is, like, if this becomes a world war, we're essentially Germany. Like, that's what we are. Like, you understand, like people have to understand that, right? Like, that's who we are. That's what we're doing. So if this does become a bigger problem, that's a problem for, like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's scary to think about, but, like, we are not the good ones in this situation, okay? All right, anyway, so, Okay, MAGA is about stopping them cold, and that is exactly what we are doing. God bless our great military, which I have rebuilt since the beginning of my first term to achieve everlasting peace. Is that what this is? Is this peace? Is taking Cuba peace? Is that peace? Is starving them peace? What about this is peace? Peace through strength. Oh, okay. I didn't read the silly me. I didn't read the rest of it. Make America great again. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Anyway, so then Mark Levin is just gonna, of course, is just gonna glaze him right back. Mr. President, I am beyond humbled by your words and graciousness in writing such a beautiful note and sharing it to True Social. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You wrote such a beautiful note on True Social. Oh my God, come on. I'm honored that you took time to write it. Your courage, strength, and moral clarity are truly unparalleled, and your leadership has made our country and the world much safer. Where and how you are delusional. You are delusional. Both you and what you are doing deserve our support, and I will not be intimidated or bow to threats. What threats? She just outed that you had a micro penis. Though your insight and steady hand, America has been made great again. It is an enormous honor to know you as my family, and I call you Mr. President, our friend. You're one of a kind, truly remarkable. Please be safe and God bless. Blah, 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 blah. It's just so stupid. Mark the Rock Levin. He has the greatest microphones. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Many people are saying. The funny thing is, like, apparently everyone who's standing up for Mark Levin is not saying he doesn't have a micro penis. So no one's like negating that fact. Everyone's just like, oh, I love him, he's great, blah blah blah. But no one's like standing up for him like, no, hey, that's not true. So because I think it is. Anyway, what's next? That was Mark Levin and Megyn Kelly, which was quite funny and hilarious. Let's see who else got in on this madness. Marjorie Taylor Greene is still here because of course she is. Marjorie Taylor Greene is still here because of course she is. So let's see what Marjorie Taylor Greene had to say about this. She said, I wholeheartedly support Megyn Kelly telling the world that Mark... Okay, wait. Okay, I gotta start over. Okay. I wholeheartedly support Megyn Kelly telling the world that Mark Levin has a micro penis. It's the most deserved insult, and I don't care if it's vulgar. And Trump's gigantic defense of Levin only enraged the base more. People are done. MAGA destroyed by micro penis Mark Levin. Oh my god, I do love this. I just love this so much. It's just beautiful to me. I, again, still hate Marjorie Taylor Greene. Still on the hate Marjorie Taylor Greene train. All right, but this is hilarious. Okay, this is really funny, and I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is just trying to stay relevant because I don't really know what she's doing anymore. She was on TYT. I mentioned this last time, or I mentioned this in a video or something. I think that I don't know, but anyway, that maybe is coming out on Wednesday. But I don't remember when I talked about it, but Nina Turner and Marjorie Taylor Greene were on a panel on TYT last week, and I remember seeing the thing for it and being like, what? Who? What is happening? What is happening on TYT? Oh god. But yeah, so Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's not in Congress anymore. She made her money, she left. Now, I guess she's just trying to stay relevant. I don't know. But it was quite funny, and I'm glad she joined in on the fun. So, yeah. The same Marjorie Taylor Greene who was co-host on TYT on Friday's show. No, exactly. That's what I was saying. Yes, exactly. That's what I was saying. I didn't watch it, so I didn't watch the whole panel, but I thought it was funny that her and Nina Turner were on the same panel together. And I was like, I wonder how that turned out. I didn't watch it, but I do wonder how it turned out. So if any of you know, let me know. My video this Wednesday is going to be about Anna Kasparian and Francesca going on I've Had It and everything like that. So that's what we're talking about Wednesday. All right, so the next little pocket of what TYT guest host, what the fuck? No, yes. No, I'm telling you. It was, yes. It was Nina Turner and it was Marjorie Taylor Greene, and they were on a panel together on TYT. And I was like, what is happening right now? I was like, what timeline are we living in? But yeah, no, that literally happened. I think like last week. Kind of crazy. A little crazy that it happened. I didn't watch it, but maybe I should, and maybe I'll make a video about it. Maybe I should watch it and see how it turned out, because I was very intrigued when I saw it. So I guess the thumbnail worked. Anyway, let's talk about the next little pocket of what's going on in the Twitter meltdown sphere, right-wing sphere. Ben Shapiro. So Megyn Kelly, Ben Shapiro is also going after Megyn Kelly, okay? And apparently Ben Shapiro and Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens are also in this separate little feud, okay? And in this separate little feud, they have been going back and forth on what Charlie would want and what Charlie would think, I guess, in this situation. And Candace Owens has been posting this is actually crazy to me. She has been posting old text messages that she had with Charlie Kirk on Twitter, which is a little deranged. I gotta say, it's a little deranged. But she's doing it, and this is a part of that. So Megyn Kelly. Okay. So I guess I don't know who Ben Shapiro was standing up for in this, but this is what Megyn Kelly said. Poor little Ben, and I do mean little. Man, she's going after everyone today. She said, I'm calling all of you little. You got a micro penis. You got a micro penis. You got a micro penis. That's how Megyn Kelly's acting today. Anyway, well, not today, but that's how she's been going about her weekend. Poor little Ben, and I do mean little, desperate for me to protect him. Can you imagine being this emasculated? Damn. Okay, don't worry, Megyn. Also, I just realized that Megyn Kelly spells her name like this. I must have spelled it wrong in a past video, because when I was doing this live today, I was like, wait, does she really spell her name like this? It's very strange. It's a very strange way to spell Megan. Anyway, he says, not the point, it just didn't, something I noticed, you know, some real white girl shit. I can't say anything. I do the Liz Ashlee, and I do Lizashlee. I do the EE because of Ashlee Simpson. Anyway, I used to love Ashlee Simpson. Anyway, okay, let's get on with this tweet. Don't worry, Megyn. I never asked you to protect me. You won't even protect Charlie Kirk's widow from the monster accusing her of murdering Charlie. Okay, so that's that's what I'm saying. They're having this separate little Twitter spat about Charlie and what Charlie would want and how Candace is going after Erica. So this was Megyn Kelly's response, which is so long. I don't know why. Like, come on, didn't Twitter used to have you had to stop at some point? I mean, come on, what is this? All these platforms that were made for like short form content are now just letting everyone have like long form content, and I just don't appreciate it. I've gone on this rant before. Anyway, Megyn Kelly. So she said, you think protecting Erica means calling out Candace. I think if you don't wish to call attention to a negative attack, don't call attention to it. Does that work for you, Ben? May I have your approval now? No, I don't think so. Because you and your little cohort of sick followers aren't mad about anything involving me and Erica Kirk, who you barely know. Trust me, I've checked. You turned on me when I wouldn't defriend Tucker, whose criticism of Israel you can't stand. And when I defended Candace's questions about whether Charlie before he was killed was growing more skeptical of Israel, he was. You're right that at Erica's request, I tried to help her and Candace get to an okay place, an effort that failed, and which now you mock, but Christians like me, oh, okay, yeah, I'm sure y'all are real Christians, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Like, that's the funniest thing. After fighting with everyone on Twitter, you're like, and me, a real Christian. Okay. Like, come on. Chill out. So she says, an effort that failed, which now you mock, but Christians like me are pretty big on forgiveness and reconciliation. Okay. The biggest fucking lie I've heard in my life. Okay, sure. I tried to help you and Tucker get there too. Remember, more of my cowardice, I guess. One final point. Like, if Megyn Kelly, Ben Shapiro, all these people, they are nothing if not resentful. Okay. Big on forgiveness and reconciliation. Give me a break. Give me a break. You all are constantly bringing up shit all the time. You are constantly mad. You're still mad about 2020. You're still mad about Obama. You're still mad about everything. Biggest lie I've ever heard in my life. One final point. You handled your anger toward me in the most despicable way possible. Did you call me, text me, raise it with me privately after all we had been through over the past few years? No. You attacked me on stage at the Turning Point USA event, which was hilarious, without so much of a heads up because you were too chicken shit to say it to my face. I texted you afterwards and you never responded. You didn't have the balls to have a face-to-face talk or even text or call about it. You are the coward, Ben, and your moral preening, priggish, okay, I don't even know what these words are, lectures and holier than thou judgments are the reason you are losing fans and more than that, friends at a record rate. God damn. And you always told me you were a family guy, not a friend guy. I learned that the hard way. You really meant it. Damn. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So, I mean, it's true though. Ben Shapiro is losing a lot of prominence. And I think that's obvious to see. He is willing to die on the hill of being pro-Israel and cutting everyone out of his life who is not. And so that's, he's just going to lose relevance, and that's just what's going to happen. Her awful politics aside, is Megyn Kelly a smoke show? Oh, God. The kids are fighting because of their daddy. I know. Ashlee lip syncs it. Okay. She's desperate to go a little more viral. I don't know if MAGA actually takes her seriously. No, and see, here's the other thing. MAGA, they don't take any of the women in this movement seriously, and when it comes down to it, they will blame them, just like how just like a lot of them blame Pam Bondi for the Epstein stuff. They don't blame Trump. They blame Pam Bondi. And I think, did I say Blondie? Pam Bondi. Anyway, they blame Pam Bondi, and yeah, and so like women will always be there to be the scapegoat, just like they're against Kristi Noem now, and she was a scapegoat, and she got fired, and she was replaced with a man, and so it's like, you know, I don't think a lot of people in the MAGA movement ever really take women in power seriously, and I think when push comes to shove, they will be the scapegoat and people will be primed against them, and it'll be fine and they'll go along with it. They're nothing, a lot of the women in his cabinet or in his administration are nothing more than a female face on a fascist government to try to make them look like they're fighting for women or whatever, even though they hate women. It's very weird, but that's all it is, and they don't actually respect them at all. And I think you can see that when they start coming for people like Megyn Kelly or Candace Owens, and they start calling them dumb. And Donald Trump always says this about women in particular. He calls them dumb. He calls them stupid. He calls them unintelligent and all this other kind of stuff. And that's what they will resort to. They will resort to misogyny when they no longer care to, listen to you or whatever. Because they never did. It was just, it was helping them in the moment. But now that they can use them as a scapegoat, they're going to do that. So yeah, anyway, I don't think they ever take women seriously at all. Could we imagine the Twitter battle between Edward R. Murrow and Walter Cronkite? Hello, H-Check. Oh man. I don't know. Okay, so let me share. Okay, so Candace, let's go to, and low IQ. Yes, that's what I was trying to think of. Thank you, Creflo. Low IQ, yes. Trump throw Melania under the bus. Would Trump throw Melania under the bus? Every damn day. I'm telling you, every damn day. The only person I don't think he would throw under the bus is maybe Ivanka, but I don't know. I still think he probably would. No, did you hear him? Okay, let's go back to did you hear him when he was talking about Melania? So Melania had that like women's empowerment thing or whatever that she spoke at, and he was like, oh man, she's a movie star. And then at one point I think he said, yeah, there can't be two like famous people or powerful people in a couple, or she's more famous than me. I think he was saying that out of like spite. Like I think he was jealous. Like I don't think he was trying to like, I don't think that was like a loving thing or like trying to boast about her. Like I think he was literally like jealous. When he's talking like this, I think he's actually jealous and like mad that she's doing her own thing. I 100% think that he would throw her under the bus in a second. Okay, anyway, so let's get back to this. So Candace Owens, she did share some, so these are the texts she shared. So all of this online with Ben Shapiro and Megyn Kelly and all this kind of shit, Candace Owens is over here a part of this too. And a lot of this is starting because she is posting old text messages of Charlie Kirk's to Twitter, which is insane. Okay, I'm sorry, it's insane. I think it's very strange. All right, why are you posting a dead person's text? I don't get it. It's weird. It's weird. It's very strange. But you know what? This is what she's doing. So this is how she's conducting herself right now. So she said Charlie Kirk did not support Ben Shapiro's treatment of people over Israel. He also did not support... Oh, God. Okay. I'm done with the silence at the turning point on this issue. He was being morally blackmailed for over a year and he had enough. And so apparently it says stand for truth. The people are with you. Okay, wait. I don't know who is who. I guess, okay, I know. Been through enough of these to know that the truth always wins in the end. By the way, he was standing on a couch. LOL, haha, too good. I have no idea what the hell she's talking about. Okay, this is weird. There are some verses in the Talmud that would blow your mind. I'm aware of the... Oh my gosh. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't get it. Anyway. Listening amazing. Your show rocks, by the way. Thank you. The defense of Twitter today. Oh my God. Okay. The way they're... Oh God. I don't like the way they're talking about this. Okay. Thank you for your defense on Twitter today. The Jews were very angry at me again today. Go figure. Okay. That was... Okay. That's out of line. That is very anti-Semitic. That's what I'm saying. Candace Owens is anti-Semitic. She is very anti-Semitic, and she does not care about people. She is just a horrible person. Okay, anyway, yeah. Anyway, so she posted these online, and everyone's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" She's Okay, oh my God. Okay, so it says, Charlie and I stayed in constant communication over this issue on the phone and via text. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, she is posting all kinds here. Let me look. She's posting all kinds of text messages. Oh, listen. She said, Megan Oh my God. So she posted this. So Meghan McCain, he says Meghan McCain is a piece of shit. Pretending Charlie was friends with Ben Shapiro and filthy neocons like you simply won't be happening on my watch. She's crazy. She's crazy. There's more. I know there's more. I saw more. She's crazy. Okay, that's the anti-Semitic one. Okay, what is this one? Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Anyway, so Candace is having like a meltdown online. Oh, here's another one. It's another one. So I'm saying, Candace is having like a meltdown online, and is posting. Well, not meltdown. I actually don't think it's a meltdown. I think she is grifting off of Charlie Kirk, because why else are you posting your supposed like best friends text message, your dead best friends text messages online? Which is strange and weird, and like I don't understand, and it feels like such an invasion of privacy. Especially when the other person is not there to like consent to it at all. It's very strange. Anyway, I don't understand. I don't get it. You know, there's a lot of Candace defenders out there, I guess. People really love her. And are like, no, she's telling the truth. No, she's a truth teller, and she's so great, and da 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 da. And like, I just don't understand how you can't see how plainly she is using this man's death to I don't know, gain prominence or gain clicks. I mean, it's obvious, is it not? Is it not? Okay. Anyway, let's continue. The last thing we're going to talk about is Tucker Carlson. So Tucker Carlson, everyone's also going after Tucker Carlson, and it's the same kind of break within the right wing. It's the pro-Israel right wing and then the anti-Israel right wing. I'm not going to say pro-Palestine because I don't think they're pro-Palestine. I just think they're anti-Israel. And so this is what's happening right now. This is what's dividing people. And Tucker Carlson made a statement earlier, which I guess is true. I don't know. I guess. I think it's true. But Tucker Carlson made a statement earlier that the CIA is tracking him and spying on him, which, again, I would believe the CIA has done that before. They have, the FBI, CIA, they have a history of doing this. So it's not like super surprising to me. But let's listen to what Tucker Carlson has to say about this. So he says, when you discover the CIA has been reading your texts in order to frame you for a crime.
So the other day I found out that the CIA is preparing some kind of criminal referral against me, a crime report to the Department of Justice on the basis of a supposed crime I committed. What's that crime? Well, talking to people in Iran before the war. They read my texts. So the crime under consideration apparently would be the Foreign Agent Act or something like that, acting as an agent of a foreign power. And I don't expect this to go anywhere. I'm not too worried about an actual criminal case against me for a bunch of reasons. One, I'm not an agent of a foreign power. Unlike a lot of people commenting on U.S. politics and global affairs, I have only one loyalty, and that's the United States, and have never acted against it. Its interests are the only interests I care about because I'm from here and I have a lot of kids. So that's not a concern. I've also never taken money from anybody. Don't need it, don't want it, and that's provable. And moreover, it's my job to talk to everybody all the time and try and figure out what's happening around the world. That's literally what I do for a living, and I'm not going to stop doing that, nor should I don't think. I'm also an American. I can talk to anybody. I have no secrets to divulge. So legally, I think the case is ludicrous, and I doubt it will even become a case. I'm bringing this up for a couple of reasons, though. I'm
making the faces just because I hate him, okay? I hate him. I just hate him, all right? And I hate how human he is coming off in this. Okay, I hate him so much. I don't think it's okay if they really are spying on him, that they're spying on him. I don't think that's okay. I don't think he's like Qatari Tuckerson or whatever, like Laura Loomer's calling him, that we're going to look at in a second. But like, I just hate him generally. And so the fact that this is like coming, like the fact that this is actually like a good, this is like good for him, like clout wise. And it's making him seem more like human a bit. I just don't like it. And it makes me mad because I hate him so much. And everyone's like, oh, he's going to run for president. And I swear to God, if he runs for president, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I am holding out hope for a better world because that's all It's all we can do, and we have to work towards that, and I fully believe that. But if Tucker Carlson becomes president, oh God. Oh God, like he is truly, like, he may be doing this act right now where he's like, oh, very mellow and, middle of the road or whatever the hell. But he is truthfully, like, he is truly a white nationalist, and like I fully believe that. So if this man becomes president, I don't. Oh God, I don't know what would become of us at that point. Anyway, let's continue. But that's why I'm making these faces, not because I agree with the government doing this, but because I hate him so much. Anyway.
Pretty obvious. One is that countries tend to become more authoritarian in wartime. It's just the nature of war. People are dying. The stakes are high. People's emotions have risen to a very high point, to a crescendo. And so there's much less tolerance for any kind of dissent in the homeland. The irony, of course, is the United States fights wars on behalf of freedom, but there's always less of it.
Do you see what I'm saying? He's not like anti-war. This is what I'm saying. Like, all these people who are like, oh, I'm anti-war, oh, I'm against this, da 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 da. They're not. They've been grifting this whole time. They've been lying this whole time. Just like Donald Trump was lying, just like JD Vance was lying, just like all these people were like Tim Pool. All these people were lying. They were lying when they were saying, oh, they're anti-war. Oh, the Democrats are more pro-war than us. Lies. All of it was lies, right? He's still doing that, okay? And that's why when he talks about this, he has to say, oh, well, America, we fight wars for freedom. No, we don't. Stop lying. You're lying. And this is what I'm saying. You're not actually anti-war. You're just anti this war right now because it is helpful for you. And that's you see where the tide is shifting. Yeah.
Here in our country during war. So that's a widely recognized phenomenon, and it's likely to happen now too. Another point to make that is worth knowing is that the USIC, the intelligence agency, spy on Americans. Now, you probably knew that, and it's been revealed a lot, including by Julian Assange and Ed Snowden, both of whom were threatened with death for revealing it, but everyone knows. But it's probably a little more widespread than most people understand. And it's outrageous. There's no justification for your government, which you own, you're a shareholder in it, you pay for it, to be violating your privacy like this. But it happens all the time. And in fact, one of the reasons that CIA or people within CIA, just to be clear, it's a huge, sprawling, disconnected agency. What it does in a specific case doesn't represent what everybody in the building thinks, but there are some people who are mad at me for my views about Israel. And they have some latitude. And one of the reasons they pass on criminal complaints, in effect, to law enforcement is to justify warrants for spying on Americans. So that is an absolutely real thing.
Yeah, and the thing is a lot of this, if you were to look back, I'm sure Tucker Carlson wouldn't be against, because a lot of this was allowed in the Patriot Act after 9/11, when they started going after specifically Muslim people, and were trying to basically, like, they were targeting them and going after them, and were trying to get them in this situation where it looked like they were guilty of something that really was essentially entrapment. So yes, this has been going on for a long time. Yes, this is something that is allowed. Tucker Carlson being the one talking about it because now it's happening to him, is just the typical conservative life cycle. I feel they're for everything until what they advocated for happens to them, or affects them. And I think that's what's happening now. Now, do I think it's okay that this is happening to Tucker Carlson? No. We'll talk about it, but there's like a congressperson who is actually trying to like bring charges on him, which is ridiculous. And it's stupid. And the fact that the Trump administration is trying to, like, and this isn't their only avenue to try to clamp down on free speech. The FCC chair, they're trying to go after people. Now they're saying that if people are only talking bad about the war in Iran, that their licenses can get revoked, which is ridiculous, insane, totally against the First Amendment, but that doesn't even matter anymore. And so I'm not for this by any means, but I do think that this is like a typical conservative life cycle stage where they advocate for something for so long and then it comes to bite them in the ass and now they're against it. And he's like some, big advocate or something. I don't know.
But the main reason they do it is to leak the existence of the investigation, such as it is, to the media, and then humiliate and terrify the subjects of this op. And that's, of course, happened to me repeatedly.
Okay, anyway, I'm done listening to him. But yeah, so that's what is going on. Wait, sorry. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's what's going on, and of course Candace Owens also had to talk about this too, and TYT is helping him. Yeah, no, exactly, TYT is helping him. By the way, Tucker Carlson wanting to become president, which I think he does, and I'm not okay with, and I'm actually really scared about. Carlson versus Harris, we're toast again. No, we are, because Tucker Carlson would win. Because he is successfully rebranding himself right now. And you're right, TYT is helping him to do that. And he's successfully doing it. He's successfully whitewashing a lot of his past. And now a lot of people think he's like reasonable or whatever, or I don't even know. But it is frustrating because he's not, and a lot of the things he's saying is lying or grifting, and it's not true. He's just saying this because, again, he can see what's happening. He can see beyond Trump, whereas a lot of these sycophants who are literally in a cult cannot. Like Mark Wayne Mullen or Tim Pool, because Tim Pool's all rah for the war now. He says it's manly, it's so masculine. That's what he was saying the other day. Oh, the war is so masculine. After saying he was more anti-war than Emma Vigeland, now he's saying, oh, the war is so masculine, which is so weird and pathetic. And so it's just like they're lying, and they know that they're lying, but they're doing it anyway. And Tucker Carlson is not any different. He just happens to see the future after Trump, and a lot of people are so worried about staying within the Trump circle that they're not doing that. But it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen more and more often, because I think a lot of people are mad at Trump for this, and I think this is, who would have known, this is like the one thing that would actually like get through to people that he's a liar. I would have hoped people could see that before making such a crazy big decision. But alas, I guess people are seeing it now, so I don't know. Okay, let's finish this. So Candace Owens, of course, joined the conversation again, and she said, if they come for Tucker, we ride at dawn. Really nothing else to say here. We're not doing the gulags 2.0 with these Bolshevik descendants. Okay. Sure. Okay. They always gotta put like something else into it. It's never like it's never the Nazis, because famously Candace Owens excused Hitler and said what he wanted actually wasn't that bad. But she'll say whatever. Okay. Anyway, this is also funny. I thought we would watch. So it's Crystal Ball. So Crystal Ball and Sagar were watching this earlier, and she reacts to it, and I really like her reaction, because a lot of people are like praising Tucker, or like, oh my God, Tucker is standing up. And that's what I'm saying. People are like, oh my God, like he's standing up. He's like not an activist, but people see him in this light. And so I really like how Crystal Ball responded to this.
But, the fact of the possibility of this, and I don't really see a self-interested reason why Tucker would lie about
I
this.
agree.
If anything, it puts him in a weird spot because, frankly, listen, when I look at this and when I look at Tucker's overall commentary on the Iran war, to which he is very opposed, there's one word that very rarely comes out of his mouth, and that is Trump. And it's
And okay, and also just to interject here, a lot of people who are against this war, who still want to try to like straddle that line, don't call out Trump, but they'll call out everyone else but Trump. And a lot of conservatives have been doing this, and they refuse to say anything bad about Trump, but they'll say they're not for it, they're not this, they're not that, but they dance around the issue, which again I think proves that they're not really anti-war, they're not really anything they say they are, because they're not willing to call out Trump, the person. Well, do I think that Benjamin Netanyahu had a hand in this? Yes, he said so. He said that he's been wanting this for decades. Like literally on live television, this man said this out loud. Okay, so he admitted it. But do I think Trump is the only one dumb enough to listen to him and actually do it? Yes, I do. Do I think Trump is the only one who's like egotistical enough to think that he could pull this off without having a plan at all? Yeah, I do, because that's who Trump is. And no one is willing to call that out. And so I like that Crystal said that, because like a lot of these right wingers are getting like praise for being anti-war, but it's like they won't call out Trump. They refuse to call out Trump because they know what that'll mean for them.
It's like he wants to put this all on Israel. It's all Israel's fault. And Israel drags us into this. Israel's war. And it's like, there is no doubt that Israel had an interest in this war, that they were pushing for this, etc. We talk about it ad nauseum on this show. There is also no doubt that Donald Trump also wanted this war. The reasons are a bit mysterious, right? I think the best we can come up with is high on his own supply after Venezuela, thought the 12-day war went great, loves the spectacle of all the military grandeur, loves to see things blow up on TV and to have that kind of power.
I also think it's because he's like we were saying earlier, he might have a micro penis and he wants to be a tough man and he wants to be a big manly man and seem like he's tough and strong, and this is how he's overcompensating by literally killing children.
In his hands, is thinking about his legacy, etc. Perhaps there's an Epstein files connection as well. I certainly don't rule that out. But at the end of the day, the president of the United States surrounded himself with a bunch of sycophants who were too afraid to tell him the truth, got himself bought in, hopped up on Lindsey Graham and Israeli propaganda, and decided to launch this war. And it is in his hands. It is his fault. And I think it is frankly pathetic at this point that Tucker can't say that clearly.
No, I totally agree. That's why, that's why I wanted to talk about this. That's why I wanted to watch that, because I totally agree. Tucker Carlson and all the other right-wingers who won't call out Trump specifically by name for this are pathetic. They are pathetic. Because Trump literally is the only one dumb enough to do this. And then Pete Hegseth at the head of it all has no idea what the fuck he's doing, is just standing up there every day saying stupid shit. JD Vance was up there today saying, oh, well, this isn't like other wars because Donald Trump is smart. Because he's a smart president, and that's what makes him different, and that's why this isn't going to be a forever war. What kind of reasoning is that? He's not smart. He's dumb. Like, you guys went into this thinking that you were just going to get out of it. And now here we are in like total catastrophe. And you're like, oh, this won't be like other wars because he's a smart president, unlike the rest. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Donald Trump is just as much to blame for this. And it is pathetic if right-wingers who say they're anti-war won't call out Trump by his name, because he did do this. And this is his fault. All right, so now we're almost done. There's a lot, I know. There's a lot going on the right-wing Twitter sphere. I just gotta say, there's a lot going on. But okay, so this person said Dave Smith. I don't know. The CIA is spying on the country's most popular news broadcaster in an attempt to charge him with the crime of trying to prevent another disastrous war of choice is a gigantic scandal and a disgrace to a professed free society. The people who support this happening are traitors. Yes, I hope all of those free speech warriors come out. I guess we'll see where all those free speech warriors really lie. The online chatter about Tucker Carlson looked like quite a story. He was being spied on by the CIA, and knowing that, Trump treated him as a useful idiot by feeding him disinfo that fooled the Iranians about looming February 28 attack. So this is a conspiracy theory, or what I don't even know what this is. It's like a conspiracy theory, I guess, that some conservatives are going with to justify Trump spying on Tucker Carlson. They're saying that it was like 4D chess, and that Trump knew that he was talking to, I guess, the Qataris, and so they were spying on him, and he was feeding him false information so he could fake out the Iranians so they wouldn't know, or he was talking to the Iranians. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. He was talking to the Iranians and he was feeding them false information that Donald Trump was giving him. That's bullshit. And this is what I'm saying. JD Vance is over here like, oh, Donald Trump is so smart. He's such a smart president. That's why he wouldn't get us into this. And that's why this won't, if it wasn't like gonna work out. And that's why it's not gonna be a long war. Bullshit. He is not smart. There was no plan. He didn't think about this. I don't think we should have done this anyway, even if there was a plan, even if there was whatever. But it doesn't matter because he had no plan. He didn't care. There were reports saying that Jared Kushner and the other guy, I forgot his name, that went to do the talks with the Iranians to come up with a solution, to come up with an agreement, didn't even know what they were talking about, were confused about the agreement, didn't even know what was being offered, and then they just started bombing them. And so, no, this is dumb. There was nothing. There was no plan. There was no nothing. And now they're like, yeah, we were surprised. Like Pete Hegseth is up on the stand, up on the podium saying, yeah, we were surprised that they went after all these other places in the Middle East. Dude, they went after U.S. military bases. Why were you surprised about that? How is that surprising to you? You're supposed to be the head of this shit. How is that surprising to you? No, this is ridiculous and it's dumb. And so the fact that there are people out here that are really deluding themselves into thinking that the CIA would only be tracking Tucker because Donald Trump had this 4D chess plan, I don't know what to say. Like, it's so delusional. He barely knows what's going on from day to day. He barely knows how to answer questions. He barely knows what's going on in reality. People ask him questions and he doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't even care. It's delusional. Like, and it's like there are some people who love Donald Trump, who are a part of MAGA, who will come up with any conspiracy theory, with any just like deluded theory to absolve Trump from any from any consequences, to dissolve him from any blame. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Okay. That one got me. It was just so insane, the fact that people think that. But of course, Laura Loomer's out here, so she's the one who's been calling Tucker, like Qatari Tucker or whatever. And so she said, Republican lawmaker calls for Tucker Carlson to be jailed for treason if he is working for Iran. Thank you, Rep. Max Miller, for having a sense of law and order. So many fake conservatives want to say Tucker is my friend. So, again, this whole thing, just like everything that has been happening recently, is such a weird thing, because it's like so many of us knew this was going to happen. So many of us knew this was how it was going to play out, while all these podcast bros were over here like free speech. We were like, dude, they're not for free speech. Donald Trump is an authoritarian. He's not going to be for free speech. Stephen Miller is not for free speech. I don't know where you've been, but they're not for that. And they're like, no, free speech, right? Now here you have Laura Loomer and a congressperson talking about jailing Tucker Carlson because they're saying he's working for Iran and is committing treason. I hate Tucker Carlson with a passion. I hate that man so much. He makes me want to pull my hair out every time he talks. Every time he talks, I just feel this uncomfortableness in my skin. Like, I feel like I want to crawl out of my skin. Like, literally, that's how I feel when I hear Tucker Carlson talk. But I don't think he should be jailed for this. I don't know what else he's done, but I don't think he should be jailed for this because I don't think this is treason. And I think this is ridiculous. And I think it's insane that Laura Loomer and some congressperson are like conspiring to like put him in jail. It's ridiculous. 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 And again, we're going to see out of all these people who are screaming about free speech, who really are free speech absolutists. I would love for them to come out now. I would love for them to come out of the woodwork. Please, where are you guys at? Come out of the woodwork again. Are you not worried? All right, next, Laura Loomer said, okay, this one was just funny to me. Okay, wait. Here, we're going to do, okay. Okay, so these are the last three we're going to do. Okay. So this one of Laura Loomer is really funny. This is just kind of like a extra little drama that I found that I thought was hilarious. So Milo Yiannopoulos, a very weird figure on the right wing. He is a gay man who said he turned himself not gay anymore, I think. I don't know. He was hanging out with Nick Fuentes, so I really doubt that's true. And then he was also hanging out with Kanye when he was doing his whole anti-Semitic run for president. So that's who Milo Yiannopoulos is, okay? He's a very strange man, and is just a strange person. So Milo... So I guess Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted this. I 100% agree. OG MAGA must stop foreign interference in our government and fight it. Okay, so this is what Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene is OG MAGA, right? But we know, as we read earlier, that Trump said that he is MAGA and he decides what MAGA is. So he, she's trying to be like, oh, we're OG MAGA. Anyway, Milo says, this is what Milo says. I was there when the president came down on the golden elevator. I campaigned for him for years, but I am faithful to the mission, not the man. Okay. Okay. Dude, you're not faithful to anything. You change. You're a different person every time you pop up. Okay. He said Trump has lost his way, bought off by foreign interests. Those of us who made him what he is have a duty now to unmake him, and we will. You are dumb. Okay. You are dumb. You are not going to unmake him. Again, this is like something a lot of people were saying beforehand. This is a monster of your own creation, okay? And if you think that Trump is suddenly just gonna like be like, oh yeah, no, never, like, I don't understand how you think you're gonna like unmake Trump. I don't understand this. It is literally a cult of personality. Like, you helped create a cult of personality and you thought that you could just be a part of a fascist movement without eventually being counted out or thinking that you could still have some dissent within it. It's just so dumb. It's just so dumb. Like, you created this, like you helped create this, and now you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. No, it's just stupid. Anyway, this is how Laura Loomer responded. She said, why? Because Milo Yiannopoulos is not, he wasn't born in America. Okay, anyway. This is so funny to me. This is why I had to talk about this, because this really made me giggle. Why hasn't the Trump administration deported Milo? He is allegedly living in Los Angeles on an expired visa. He is calling for regime change in the U.S. and posed a Holocaust denial as an immigrant. It's time for him to be deported. He didn't campaign for Trump. Milo is a foreigner. So they're all just going after each other, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight to see, and I very much enjoy it. He's still around. That's literally what I said when I saw that. It took me a second too. I went on Laura Luma's Twitter to find these, right? And I'm just scrolling through, and then I see Milo, and it took me a second. I said, oh my God, is this that Milo? And I had to look up his last name because I forgot his last name. And I was like, oh my God, it's that Milo. Oh God, he is so, honestly, he's such an interesting person. He's such a weird person. It's wild. It is. Oh my God, let them fight. Literally. Like, honestly, this has been really funny to me. Things have been very depressing, but this has just given me like so much joy because they all hate each other. They all hate each other and they're miserable. And I'm telling you, none of them were ever friends. Like, they all hate each other. And it's funny because they spend so much of their time and so much of their vitriol going after people on the left that it's actually really funny to see it start going inward. Inward in their group, you know, and they're all just like breaking apart into these factions, and they're going after each other and sharing texts from a dead man and like calling each other out for their micro penises. they are not afraid to go against each other, and it's quite funny, and I find it hilarious. Okay, so last thing we're gonna talk about is I'm gonna talk about Trump. We're gonna end on not a funny note because unfortunately things are not funny. Unfortunately, the world is not funny, even though this stream was. So Donald Trump is Mark Levin is this is why everyone's kind of mad at Mark Levin, or why the anti-war right is going after Mark Levin, because he's one of the people who is like supporting this war and wants Trump to keep going. And I think now Trump is going to keep going because of his ego, because he can't lose, and he is losing and we are losing, but he can't admit that and won't ever admit that. And so I think a lot of this is for his own ego now, which is also scary. But he's saying Iran has long been known as the master of media manipulation and public relations. They are military, ineffective, and weak, but are really good at feeding the very appreciative fake news media false information. Now AI has become another distraction weapon that Iran uses quite well, considering they are being annihilated by the day. And he's saying this because there are videos of US bases being bombed, and he's saying that it was AI and it's fake, but they're not. So he's lying. He's the one who's lying. And, you know, all of these, like the Laura Loomer faction, the Mark Levin faction, the Ben Shapiro faction, they're all ones who are supporting this. And they're probably going to be the same people who support this. So this is what Donald Trump said today. He said, I do believe I'll be the honor of having the honor. That doesn't make any sense, but he doesn't make any sense. Donald Trump doesn't know how to form sentences. The honor of taking Cuba, that's a big honor. And then the reporter goes, taking Cuba? Trump, taking Cuba in some form. Yeah, I think I could do anything I want with it. And so I wanted to end on this, and we're going to watch this video real quick, but I wanted to end on this just to show you, like, all that anti-war bullshit was always a lie. It was always a lie, just like everyone knew it was always a lie. And he is a madman, and he wants to go after everyone and everything because he is so arrogant and narcissistic, and probably also suffers from mycopenis. And this is what he's doing. This is what he's doing to show his strength or whatever the hell, right? And I also think that he could possibly be in bad health, and this is how he thinks he is going to make his mark. But even all the people who say they are now against this, and are not with him, you know, the Tucker Carlsons, the Megyn Kellys, all those people, they helped build this. And just like when Milo's like, oh, we can help unbuild it. No, you can't. This is what you've built. You have built a man who thinks that he can do whatever the hell he wants and is doing whatever the hell he wants and feels emboldened to do so because he has a literal cult around him. And you help build that. Milo Yiannopoulos, Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, all these people helped build that because a lot of these people did not like Trump from the very beginning. They hated him from the very beginning. And yet and still, they went along with it. They kept going and they joined the fascism, and they thought that the fascism would help them and bring them some sort of, you know, clout or whatever, and they could be in his inner circle. And a lot of them have fallen out and realized that it will come for them too. And now this is what they have created. This is the monster that they have created. And here we are. And they all should take blame for creating this monster. And anyway, this is what he said earlier, which is disgusting and crazy. And like I said, if you know, a world war does break out, that's not good for us because we are the baddies. We are the bad ones. We are the ones causing havoc. That's what we're doing. Anyway, let's listen to this.
When will the United States do it? I do believe I'll be having the honor of taking Cuba. That'd be good. That's a big honor.
Taking Cuba.
Taking Cuba in some form, yeah. Taking Cuba. I mean, whether I free it, take it, I think I could do anything I want with it. You want to know the truth? They're a very weakened nation right now. They were for a long time. When will the United States do it?
It's pitiful. It's pitiful and it's disgusting. And it's pitiful and it's disgusting. And it's just so disgusting to be like, I can just take it. I can just do whatever I want. But again, I feel like this also falls underneath, like, this is also how they treat people just in general. Like when he's like, oh, just grab her by the, you know, kitty cat. I'm not going to say the word. I don't know. I've said every other word in this live, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You know, grab him by the whatever. Like, yes, because of course people who are in this 1%, people like Donald Trump who are part of the Epstein class, of course they think they can just take things without any repercussions because that's all they've been doing their whole entire lives. And that is what Trump is continuing to do. And yeah, people like Milo Yiannopoulos and Marjorie Taylor Greene and all these people who now suddenly are like, oh my God, we're the OG MAGA. We're different. We promise. You weren't. I don't know why you decided to change now, but you helped make this, and this is a monster of your own making. Why is it an honor? Right. Why is it an honor? Why is it an honor to take a sovereign nation? Like it's disgusting. Yeah, a bunch of stupid fucking morons, honestly. Yeah, right-wing MAGA built their monster without an off switch. Exactly. It feels like some of those journalists egg on him. Well, yeah, like it was so funny because that one journalist was like, even some of the right-wing journalists now are kind of like having trouble questioning him because no matter what they ask or no matter what they say, he always has like this very smart ass response. And it's always like a very defensive posture. And I think it's because he knows people are upset with him. But that one reporter was like, taking Cuba? Like, are you sure you're saying this right? But there are a lot of journalists who help continue his propaganda and only ask easy questions. So yeah, I don't know. Female employees. Oh yeah, he does treat his female employees like that. Yeah. Did you hear the way oh God, was it, the way he talks about Caroline Leavitt all the time, and he talks about her mouth and stuff. He has like a fixation with her mouth. It's very strange. It's very weird. And it's like, it's not appropriate, that it's weird, that no one else thinks it's weird. Yeah. Anyway, that was the show today, the live today. Thank you so much for coming. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad we can find some fun in the madness. Like I said, my Wednesday video, I can talk. My Wednesday video is going to be about Francesca on I've Had It, talking about Anna, and we're going to talk about that whole thing. So that'll be fun. And then if you're a member, tomorrow, the member video, we're going to be talking about Ben Shapiro's eyebrows. That went viral last week. So that's a fun one. And yeah, thank you everyone who joined today and for watching. I love you all so much, and for commenting and talking with me. I really enjoy spending time with you all and talking with you all. So yeah, before we go, let me shout out my members. So shout out to Troy Roberto, Creflo, Hey Skip J. Saw you guys in the comments today. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I hope you all have a great night too. Thank you. Yes, I love you all so much. And I will see you in the next video, which will be Wednesday, and then the next live, which will be next Monday. Bye. Oh, hey, Walk Miles. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night, guys. Bye.